Luke, you just finished your Planetary Assault Systems live gig here at Time Warp Holland. So how did you like it?
It was exceptionally enjoyable.
Have you been playing at Time Warp Holland before?
Time Warp, no, I don't think so. I think this is the first one I've done in Holland. I remember doing Time Warp. It was Mannheim, wasn't it? Many years back, and they've always been good. Actually, I just think that the crowd tonight have just been really amazing. It's great when it's great when you just get that kind of vibe in a room. That's like the holy grail. You can't capture that. It's just like it's either happening or it's not.
So what keeps you going for so long?
Well, I never really thought about that too much. Because really, you say 15 years, but it really is like yesterday. And I never really, I didn't start, it's kind of a passion for me. So it's not something I don't really want anything else.
So you think there is still the spark? So every time you're producing a new album, you're just like doing something new, being like a little boy, completely into this.
I just think for me, music is too interesting to let it go. It's like it's something that really made my life, patched a big hole, and that's something I'm not going to throw away. I really love doing what I do.
Many of the visitors know Luke Slater, but they do not know so much about the Planetary Assault System. Yeah. So, yeah, of course, Luke Slater. It's like, oh, yeah, of course, Luke Slater. So, can you tell us a bit more about that project?
Planetary Assault System. Well, basically, originally, Planetary started in 1993, I think, somewhere around there. And actually got the name from some plastic toys, which my son had. And they're like these space creatures. They just travel through the galaxy, like they're warriors. But there was a bit of Star Wars in there and a bit of Star Trek, but somehow they just kind of captured my imagination. It was almost like an escape, And at the time, I really wanted to. I've always really been into the idea of basing something on an idea. Trying to get art involved, and this really worked at the time. I say that now, but at the time it's really just something that worked for the music. But over the years it's turned into something else. So like with Planetary, it's really based around the concept of a sound and like an idea. And that's never changed, and that's always been the same. People really like Planetary Assault Systems.
Is the sound then, is it the typical Luke Slater sound, or are you a bit more experimental, more avant-garde with Planetary Assault Systems?
That's an interesting question. I'm completely. The thing is with me, I think I've been searching for the one thing that does it for me for many years. So Planetary is me, but it's me as a project. Luke Slater, on the other hand, is I guess a bit more complicated, and I think at times I've succeeded being Luke Slater, and at other times I've totally failed, and I kind of like that as well. I like it when things don't always go my way, and I like it when things work out differently to what you expect.
I think you are touring quite long. So for how long is this tour going on now, and when will it be finished?
Well, this is actually the penultimate live show for Planetary in this series. So the next one is another Time Warp in Mannheim
on the 2nd of April.
Absolutely, it's the last show of this, representing the album that came out and then I'm basically DJing from then on, and there's a new album in the works, you know. If everything goes well, that's the plan. So the Mannheim gig will be the last one, and you know it's really. I mean, I've toured Planetary for the last album for 2 years, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. You know, it was very interesting. There's a lot of new people getting into it. I think it's, you know, when you've written stuff in 1994 and you get to the stage 2010 and there's a lot of new people coming along, but they're picking up on that vibe. That's a totally different headspace to like 1997 when there's just a continuous flow. This is a whole new era, and I've just been amazed that not really amazed that the music's still valid. I'm probably amazed I'm still representing Planetary Assault Systems, and just the fact that the gigs have been so good has really given me has made me really happy, you know, and quite rightly so, because you know that is the basis of techno, you know, that this is, you know, going back, and that really hasn't changed, and people are getting into that. People are feeling where that groove, you know, and that's a fantastic thing, really.
When you are on tour, are you also sucked into Facebook and Twitter? Do you write a blog? Do your fans know what's going on?
I decided not to do Facebook because, but I am a hideous Twitterer. I flipping love it, man. I can't help it, you know. I really like it because it's like a personal chat, you know. So that works for me well. Probably say a load of bollocks on there as well, but who gives a shit? But Facebook I didn't do because it's too much. I can't handle everything. But Twitter's brilliant, you know. I love Twitter.
So everyone who's interested in should look on what's the Twitter name, or how can the fans find you under Luke Slater?
Is at Real Luke Slater. So just go there, join in. It's great fun, you know.
Last question. Which three things would accompany Planetary Assault System on a trip to an isolated island, and why?
Well, I think a box of PG tips, very important. Tea is very important to me, and I definitely take that. A laptop. I go for the laptop rather than the iPad, actually. There'd definitely be a laptop. And I have to say my girlfriend really would be quite important. Yeah, thanks. I think she's sitting over there.
Okay. Thank you so much for the interview. I enjoyed it. Thank you. You can see Luke Slater as Planetary Assault System on the 2nd of April in Mannheim. Looking forward to it. Thank you.